Good evening and welcome to KJTV News. I'm Lion and thank you for joining us. Here's the latest breaking news. In a significant diplomatic development, President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin have agreed to a 30-day ceasefire in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine. This breakthrough follows a 90-minute phone conversation between the two leaders, which has been described as the beginning of a movement towards peace. The ceasefire includes a halt to attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure, which has faced significant damage over the past few months. According to a White House statement, the leaders agreed to implement an energy and infrastructure ceasefire. They also agreed to initiate talks in the Middle East aimed at reaching a more comprehensive and lasting ceasefire. This decision marks a critical first step towards broader peace talks, which have been elusive since the conflict began in February 2022. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has expressed support for the 30-day pause in fighting, viewing it as a positive move to ease tensions and create the conditions for a potential lasting resolution. The Kremlin issued a separate statement following the call, emphasizing that any peace resolution must be comprehensive, sustainable, and long-term, considering Russia's security concerns and addressing the root causes of the conflict. President Putin reiterated that the agreement would need to address Ukraine's relationship with the West, particularly its integration into European institutions. Russian officials have also indicated that a key condition for preventing further escalation is the cessation of foreign military aid to Ukraine, including intelligence sharing. While the White House has not confirmed whether President Trump agreed to Putin's demand to halt U.S. military assistance to Ukraine, the leaders did discuss potential cooperation in the Middle East and the urgent need to address the proliferation of strategic weapons. Both leaders recognized that improved U.S.-Russia relations could lead to significant economic and geopolitical stability in the future. The phone call, which took place at 10 a.m. and lasted for approximately 90 minutes, was initially delayed due to Putin's prior engagement in a business conference. This was the second conversation between Trump and Putin since the start of Trump's second term, while the ceasefire has been welcomed as a first step towards peace. There are growing concerns in Europe that halting military aid to Ukraine might give Russia time to regroup and rearm, potentially putting Ukraine at a disadvantage. Additionally, reports suggest that Trump may be considering offering a gesture to Putin, such as U.S. recognition of Russia's control over Crimea. However, U.S. officials have denied that any such commitment has been made, with National Security Council spokesperson Brian Hughes stating that no pledge has been offered to recognize Russia's sovereignty over Crimea. In a separate conversation with President Trump, British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer emphasized the importance of ensuring that Ukraine remains in a strong position to negotiate a fair and lasting peace. He underscored the importance of continued international support for Ukraine's sovereignty and security. As the 30-day ceasefire begins, the world watches closely, hoping that this breakthrough will pave the way for more comprehensive peace talks. The situation remains complex, with varying geopolitical concerns and priorities among world leaders. KJTV News will continue to monitor developments and bring you the latest updates on this critical story. In other news, a deeply troubling case, 19-year-old Nicholas Prosper has been sentenced after confessing to the tragic deaths of his mother and two younger siblings. Court proceedings have revealed that Prosper had also planned a mass shooting at his former primary school in Luton, a plot that was thankfully stopped before it could be carried out. The devastating incident occurred on September 13, 2024, when Prosper fatally shot his mother, Juliana Falcon, 48, and his younger siblings, 13-year-old Giselle and 16-year-old Kyle. Tragically, Kyle also suffered severe injuries, having been stabbed multiple times. The horrific event took place in the family home in Luton, with Prosper attempting to flee the scene afterward. Prosecutor Timothy Cray KC revealed that Prosper had been planning the murders for several months. Evidence suggested that his intent was to gain notoriety through violent acts, drawing inspiration from previous mass tragedies. Following the killings, Prosper left the house earlier than initially planned. Aware that law enforcement would soon investigate the crime, he was later arrested walking through a nearby residential area. Authorities discovered hidden weapons and ammunition nearby. A thorough investigation of the family home revealed the heartbreaking crime scene, including the discovery of Prosper's sister in a concealed position, seemingly attempting to seek safety. Authorities have confirmed that Prosper acted alone and emphasized that there were no political or ideological motives behind the murders. Experts have noted that while Prosper had been diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD, his actions could not be attributed solely to his condition. The court proceedings further unveiled disturbing details about Prosper's long-term preparations. Over a year prior to the attack, he had forged a firearms certificate to obtain a shotgun. Investigators discovered troubling video footage on his devices showing him practicing with a makeshift weapon. Additionally, notes hidden in his prison cell outlined a detailed plan for attacking his former primary school, revealing his intentions to target both students and faculty during morning prayers. A father's heartbreak. During the trial, Prosper's father, Raymond, expressed profound sorrow, sharing the emotional toll the loss of his wife and children had taken on him. His words highlighted the unbearable grief the family has faced, a loss that will affect them for years to come. As this case continues to unfold, the nation remains in shock over the scope of Prosper's plans and the devastating impact of his actions. Stay with KJTV News for more updates on this case and other breaking stories, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.